minds of the young. Young vulnerable minds who don't have the wisdom of experience, putting their trust in yet another priesthood of a religion designed by evil men and secret societies who adhere to the Luciferian doctrines. Then we have this great evil of Sharia law, a set of laws that anyone who loves freedom, liberty and the Supreme Creator's true justice would imprison, expel or even put to death anyone that would impose it. So the methods of Islam are the same as the methods of Roman Catholicism: fear and terror to dominate the masses through those that say they know best. All set up to have this endgame scenario of East versus West, brother and sister versus brother and sister, mankind divided. It's the same with politics and capitalism versus communism, all creations of evil, because no long-lasting good ever comes from any of them. If I had my way, I would cleanse the earth of all churches, all temples and all priesthoods, and anything which separates one person from another. So in going back to that long list of words which we can use to define evil, I would say this to anyone who follows a faith or a religion. If you have a priest or someone teaching you a way of thinking or a particular act which brings about any of those descriptive words such as suffering, pain or death, wake up and realize that you are being manipulated by evil. No act of evil, whatever it is, will get you closer to heaven or the Creator. There is no such thing as a holy war, be it a crusade or a jihad. All war is by definition 100% unholy, for warfare was taught to mankind by the fallen angels or jinn. The Supreme Creator of the heavens and earth is not a God of fear, terror and war. The only reward for bringing about evil is evil. He is a God of love, peace, true justice and eternal life. He is the enemy of fear, and his arms are open to all. There is no requirement of a priest to find him. There is no requirement of a ritual to speak to him, and only evil and its agents wants you separated from him. Personifying evil is nowhere near as important as recognizing it when you either see it, feel it or hear it. It is generally clear to us all what evil feels, sounds or looks like. There is no grey area, no middle ground between good and evil. No evil act can bring about good, and no good act can bring about evil. The free will of any individual is their responsibility and theirs alone. Parents and teachers can only advise. We cannot dominate people to be good, just as we cannot love someone into evil. All extremes are therefore a disruption of the Creator's initial harmony and perfect balance, the middle of the seesaw. Yahushua Messiah taught that we must become as little children to find the truth of God. We must revert back to the point we were at before the world programmed us into certain ways of thinking. We must discard society's labels and go to Him alone for the truth in all things. It is our thought life that directs our actions, and even our inactions. If violence comes our way, for instance, in the form of a bully who strikes us, it is our thought reaction that decides our physical reaction. Hence, turning the other cheek to absorb and counter that evil is impossible without wisdom. Wisdom can only come about by thinking before we act. As we all know, evil can come along and drop a rock in our calm, still pond on occasion. The wise person takes a step back until those ripples go calm again before deciding which action to take. This of course takes self-control and self-discipline, a rare commodity today. If we take the path of revenge and return evil for evil, we have to know that this was evil's intent all along. Evil desires for itself to be perpetuated, to remain effectual for as long as possible for maximum destruction. True godliness brings a swift end to evil actions, such as Messiah stepping in to stop the stoning of the prostitute. It's like water on fire. True peace and contentment is never to be found in extremes. No religion will give us all the truth we need. My plea is for a return to balance, for mankind to realize that all extremes lead to evil, regardless of any belief system. If your faith or religion is causing an imbalance within yourself, the only sane option is to rid yourself of that influence. Relationship one-on-one with your Creator wins over religion through priests every single time. All religious texts should be thought of as mere guidelines only and never adhered to obsessively, or else we may believe some outright lies. Man has twisted all forms of religious text to suit their own agenda, and they dare not be trusted more than the Creator himself. This is Stuart Harrison, aka Watchman X, for the Edge AM.